Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson in my piano course for beginners level 2. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. If you're interested in getting the accompanying method book for this course, there's going to be links for that below, and I also offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. In this lesson, we're going to learn a beautiful performance piece by Tchaikovsky. If you know nothing about him, all you need to know is he was one of the most famous Russian composers of the Romantic period, and he was the first one to make a lasting impression internationally. Tchaikovsky wrote some of the most popular concert and theatrical music in the current classical repertoire, including the ballets Swan and the Nutcracker, the 1812 Overture, the First Piano Concerto, Violin Concerto, Romeo and Juliet, several symphonies, and the opera Eugene Onegin. The piece we are going to learn is the Swan Lake theme, which wasn't actually written for the piano, but this one is my own kind of beginner transcription arrangement of it that should really help you work on phrasing in both hands, really express the melody, and enjoy a very well-known tune on the piano as well. As we can see, we are in the key signature of G major, so 1 sharp, but the sound can already kind of suggest that it's a minor key because it's a very dark sound except for the middle section. So it's actually in the key of E minor, but we haven't learnt about the minor scales yet. So we're using the F sharp from the key signature, so don't forget every F is going to be sharp. The time signature is C common time, so 4/4, 4 beats in every bar, and we mostly have quavers, eighth notes, and a lot of dotted crotchets or dotted quarter notes, which is the new rhythmic concept in this chapter. The right hand has the melody almost all the way through, and the left hand is supporting the right hand with a mixture of broken chords and blocked chords. Pedaling is optional, but if you do decide to pedal, try to follow the pedaling signs I added into the sheet music to make it less blurry. The piece is in 3 sections. We've got the A section where the right hand has the tune, left hand broken chords. Then the second section goes into kind of a major, happier sound, and then for the third section, we arrive back to the starting melody, but this time it's going to be with heavy chords in the left hand. So the beginning feels like, you know, someone very light dancing on the stage, and the ending feels like a big storm is coming, so something happened, something is coming. So let's start with section 1. Right hand starts in this E minor position, so E, number 1, 5 on the B. I play the first phrase, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's the first phrase. So it's all connected by a slur. You have to make sure the right hand stays connected all the way through and you're not lifting your hand anywhere. So the tricky business again is the dotted crotchets, and we've got a finger substitution. So once again, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, E number 1 and 5 on the G, skipping and resting on the E. Then we lift up and number 4 on the A and 4 and the same phrase comes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2, 1, 5 on the G and resting on the E. So 2 phrases, identical phrases, but the second one has 3 notes in the upbeat. Left hand is again in the E minor position, E, G, B, and we're going to do a broken chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1, 3, 5 on the E minor chord and 1, 2 on the A, C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and number 2 on the B flat, A, and back to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The second phrase is a bit different, 1 and 2 and number 2 on the C sharp, C, B, B, A, 1 on the G, F sharp, E, and the diminished chord C sharp and B flat, then A and C, and finishing on the E number 3. So we have a beautiful descending melody here, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So making sure you connect the notes in that legato. Hands together, since the melody is in the right hand, make sure it dominates the sound. So right hand is louder, left hand is quieter, and the pedal is just while you play that E minor broken chord. So let's play it hands together. Pedal up, pedal down. Pedal up, pedal down, up, connect. And now holding down the right hand, cross under the 1, and 5 on the G, diminished chord, and that's the first section. Second section goes into a happier sound, starting 1 on the E, right hand with the upbeat. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F sharp 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and you repeat. So that's the upbeat again, the E. So you lift up after the B and then back to the G number 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now F natural, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F sharp, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and back to the melody. So beautiful rising melody, lots of dynamics here, crescendos, really enjoy that melody, and high fingers deep into the keys. It's a very slow piece, so we have enough time to make our key attack very deep, and rich sound coming out from your instrument. Be very careful in bar 16, you've got an F natural and then an F sharp. So we don't need to put the sharp in because it's the beginning of the bar and the F natural is only valid for the previous bar and the key signature has the F sharp. Left hand has a lot of very quickly changing broken chords, and in order to do that very swiftly, you need to memorize them unless you read the notes very, very quickly. So starting in the D position, the F sharp A, 5, 3, 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so same chord but with the C, and then B minor chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, lift, A minor chord, 1 and 2 and, G, C, E, and then F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, E. Back to the same, D, F sharp, A, C, F sharp, A, B, D, F sharp, and then A minor chord, 1 and 2 and now it changes, G, B flat, C, and then F, A, C, F, and B, 2, A, 2, and back to the E minor chord. Now hands together, right hand stays connected all the way through, but the left hand is lifting up between these phrases. Lift, 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 and repeat, and so on. Last section, right hand is identical to the beginning, the same thing but very loud this time, and the left hand is playing blocked chords. So the first one is an E minor chord, E, G, B, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the second one is A, C, and E, an A minor chord inversion, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now just an A, C, and back to the E minor chord. 1, 2, A minor, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, diminished, and E, G. Now putting your hands together is the same as the start but easier because the left hand is not moving so quickly. 1, 2. Slow down for the ending and fermata on the last note, so holding it longer. So the main difference is in the mood between the first section and the last. The first one feels like you're dancing on a cloud and the last one feels like a thunderstorm. So really strong, heavy chords and very loud melody. I hope you enjoyed this piece. It's a beautiful standard from the classical repertoire, and as I said, even though it's not written for the piano, it still works really well.